How's it going, everybody? I'm Shadow Stitch, and I like solo running Pokemon Black and White. So today we have a very special bonus episode for you guys. We did Victini earlier on this week. Go check that one out. It was a lot of fun, and the Pokemon did absolutely incredible. So I decided, though, I wanted to do something really fun. We've been growing the channel a little bit lately, and I'm really appreciative about that. And just in general, I thought that this would be a fun little bonus thing to do. We're going to be doing the event Victini this time around. So what's so special about this Victini? Well, it's got the same stats, it's got the same stuff like that, which is cool as the normal Victini, but it has 4 very special moves on it. So yeah, we got V-Create, which is Victini's signature move. This thing is an absolute nuke. 180 base power, physical fire type move, has 95% accuracy, but thanks to Victory Star, it's not really going to ever miss, which is cool. Fusion Flare and Fusion Bolt, which are Reshiram and Zekrom's signature moves, 100 base power, 100 accuracy each right there, which is fantastic. And Searing Shot, which is Victini's other signature move. It's a spread move, 100 base power, 100 accuracy, and it has a chance to burn, which is pretty solid. So starting with 4 incredibly powerful moves. Now, all of them do have 5 PP, but that's relatively okay. Is really strong. So it was an event that came out at level 50, but we are going to scale that back, of course, so we can start with it. So yeah, this thing is an absolute monster, and I thought it would be really fun to play with an event Pokemon for a solo run. So yeah, if you want to know like the more in-depth stuff like with Victini and things like that, go check out the normal video. This one's probably going to be a lot more rapid fire, making our way through. But because if you want to watch the full run, go check out Victini's regular video. But anyway, yeah, you see the rules right there. I think this thing is just going to do really well, just like the normal Victini did. And yeah, let's see how Event Victini does in this game. Alright, so we do preload the starter into the run before things even begin, so we're going to take the Tepig out of the box because, of course, we're a fire type. We want to stick with that spirit of the game and all that fun stuff. So we have our event Victini, and if you notice, it was holding a fire gem, and that's why I'm going to be going for fusion bolts right here. So I can save that fire gem for potentially later because we don't really need it right now. So I probably should have just gone for that because, spoiler alert, we never use that fire gem ever in this entire playthrough. So if I did do this again, I probably would just not worry about that. So, but also, thanks to us having Fusion Bolt, we can absolutely obliterate Sharon's Oshawott right here, which is cool. So, very nice. Also, something you may notice is because we are running an event Pokemon, we will be gaining boosted experience because we are not the original trainer of that Pokemon. So that's pretty sweet because Victini normally has a slow growth rate, but thanks to all of the boosted experience that we're going to be getting, we're pretty much going to be on par with some of the better growth rates out there, like, medium slow and fast and stuff like that, which is awesome. So right, so we got some early game chores that we're going to take care of, and yeah, so we're gonna just kind of plow through a lot of the non-problematic stuff. We have 4 really powerful moves, so none of the early game trainers is going to be a problem. N goes down, Bianca, Sharon at the school, so let's go straight into the gym. Alright, so now we have hit level 11, and this is going to be the other interesting thing about this. We have to deal with obedience. Now that we have hit level 11, we are over level 10, which means that Victini is not guaranteed to listen to us now because we are not its original trainer. So as we go into our battle with Cress, there is a possibility that Victini is just not going to care, and the first turn he does. But we hit a Fusion Flare on the following turn, get up to level 12, and then Panpour is going to come out, and thankfully, no shenanigans. We hit that Fusion Bolt and easy one-shot onto the Panpour, which is very nice. And thanks to that, we get our first gym badge, and now our obedience level is boosted up to level 20. So very nice that the obedience mechanic didn't really come into play too much. We, I think, just missed like one move on that Lillipup, but that's really cool. So yeah, nothing too crazy. So we're gonna get contracted by Fennel, grab a free Dusk Ball, head into the Dream Yard. I did not do the trainers in here yet, so we're going to take care of them. Grab our monkey, use our one mandatory use HM of Cut, beat up a couple plasma dudes, and head out towards Route 3. On our way out to Route 3, we're going to head over here, though, and we're going to grab a bomb mushroom. So, if you remembered in the Victini run, if you watched it, then we caught it very close with the money. So, this time around, I'm going to be getting a lot of money, and that bomb mushroom sells for a ton. So, also something really fun is with Searing Shot, it is a spread move. So we're able to easily just one-shot both of the mandatory double battle purloins, and then we can head towards the preschool and take out the preschool trainer right here. We don't really need to do the extra training here like a normal Victini did, but we do get the Ultra Ball in the sandbox right here, and then we can head over to battle Sharon. He's no problem. We head into Wellspring Cave, grab our HM friends and beat up some grunts, grab the glitched rare candy on Route 3 because no reason not to, and then into Nakarine City. As usual, Sharon hooks us up with some Chesto berries, which is nice, and then we can go over to this house and tell the girl that we grabbed a Tepig, technically not lying, so we can get us a free charcoal. This is going to be a really solid held item. It's going to boost the power of our fire-type moves. Then we can go to Pinwheel Forest, grab both of the ethers here, do a little bit of training. We don't really need much. Heal on the nurse trainer on the way out so we can boost up our PP back up to normal, and then head towards the gym. And in the gym trainers, of course, we're no problem. We have Herdier out here. It's going to intimidate us, but we have Searing Shot, so that's just going to easily drop right there. Watchdogs is going to come out. It's pretty much the first thing that has actually lived a hit, and it puts us to sleep. I was going for full speed, trying to not waste time, and did not equip a Chesto Berry. Thankfully, though, we do wake up in time, and we get our obedience level boosted up to level 30 as well, which means that we probably will never have to worry about the obedience problem again in this entire run, which is pretty cool. So we're going to see the Plasma Goon steal a skull for some reason and then head into Pinwheel Forest. Nothing really interesting happens in there other than grabbing the Pecha Berry from the Ranger and the TM for Grass Knot. Then we can head towards Castalia City across the Sky Arrow Bridge. And yeah, straight to Berg. So he's a bug-type trader. We have 3 really powerful fire-type moves. We're going to Fusion Flare, knock out that guy. V-Create onto the Dwebble, no problem right there. We do lower our speed and both of our defenses thanks to V-Create, so the Levani is faster. But all it does is hit a weak Razor Leaf, and we get our next badge. So we do have the opportunity to learn Flame Charge, but I'm actually going to hold on to the 4 moves that we have. Despite them all being low PP, I have invested a lot of time in learning where good PP restoring items are, and all of the easy heals along the way and stuff like that. So I feel confident that I can make this work, at least until we get to Nimbasa. So yeah, we got a couple trainer battles here with Bianca. We're going to take care of her, heal up at the Route 4 house, and then, of course, Sharon is no issue whatsoever either, and we can head towards Nimbasa City. We chase off the plasma dudes back to the amusement park, get a free bike from some old dude, have a quick chat with Bianca, and then we are set loose into the city. Of course, the first thing we're going to do is stop by the Pokemon Center and grab the TM for return. So we have 4 really powerful moves right now, but return is also very strong and gives us some good neutral coverage into most things. So what are we going to end up dropping? Well, sad to say, it's going to be Fusion Flare. We have Searing Shot, which has the same baseline, but is also a spread move and has the chance to burn, which Fusion Flare does not. So we will eventually be dropping Fusion Flare for return to give us pretty solid damage across the board. So after doing a little bit of Pokemon dress up, we'll head into the amusement park, have a nice little date with N, beat him up pretty handily, of course, and then head towards Elisa. All right, Elisa time. So before, we didn't really have the best moves to hit her. Now we have Searing Shot, and there we go. Easy one shot onto the first Emolga. Emolga 2 comes in. We don't have to risk that static, and there we go. That drops. V-Create onto the Zebstrika. It does outspeed us, but it just gets nuked from orbit, and there we go. So we got our next badge down, and that is awesome. So Elisa, no problem whatsoever. We don't even have to set up because the base power of our moves is so high. So let's head out to Route 5. We get take out Sharon, obviously, very easily, and then beat up a couple toddlers. The power of Searing Shot coming into play again there with the spread move is obviously very nice, and then we can head towards Driftville City. We're going to go straight to the cold storage, of course, grab the PP up out of the trash can, pop a repel, and then we get 1 more ether so we can boost our PP. So then we're going to grab a protein over here in this grass. This is really nice for anything that's going to be using a lot of physical moves. But unfortunately, I kind of forgot to give it to Victini this run. Oops. And we're going to head through the cold storage here. None of these guys are going to be a problem. We'll grab the expert belt on the way out as we head towards the gym. And then it's going to be time for Clay. All right, time for Clay. So we did just put Grass Knot over return, so we're going to easily one-shot that Krokorok, one-shot the Palpitoad, Expert Belt boost helping out there for sure, and our extra levels that we got thanks to the boost experience. And then a V-Create has your name on it, Excadrill, and that drops too. So very nice, quick, easy gym badge, and we can move on out of the city. Bianca has no issues, as you can imagine, and we can head through Chargestone Cave. We do take a quick pit stop on Route 6 and grab a Cherry Berry from the Ranger here. And there's actually a healing house that I don't use super often, but I probably should, over here before we enter into the cave. So the Plasma Gauntlets, obviously no big problem. Really, all we have to do is manage our PP pretty well. But thankfully, we have a move with decent PP, and we're not just rocking 5s across the board. And at the end of the cave is no issue, as you can imagine. And then we can head towards Mistralton City. So Mistralton in the normal Victini run was a big turning point. This is where we got Sear Shot thanks to the move reminder. But we don't need that today because, of course, we start with Searing Shot, which is nice. So we're going to have a chat with Cedric and Skyla and then chase Skyla off to the Celestial Tower. So we'll meet her up there and send her back to her gym. And, of course, at the top of the tower, we do get to ring that bell. And this also lets me say thank you guys so much for watching these videos. The channel's been growing a little bit, which is nice. It's not like insane, but I do really appreciate every single sub that comes in and stuff like that. So all the comments, I read them all, which is awesome. So but yeah, and that gives me the motivation to do things like this, these fun little bonus episodes for sure. So anyway, we're going to clear out through Skyla's gym. Nobody's going to cause any problems, and then we're going to take her on. And there we go, we got Skyla. She's a flying type gym leader. We have a strong electric type move. Can you guess what's going to happen? Fusion Bolt's going to come out, immediately drop the Swoobat. Same thing with the Swanna, 4 times effective on that. Is Unfezant going to waste our time today? No, it is not. One more is just going to drop that, and we can bring us up to level 43. We are killing it right now. 6 gym badges under an hour. We are cruising. So yeah, we're gonna get fire out of the cannon one more time and head towards Twist Mountain. On Route 7, there's also a healing house here that I don't use too often, which again I probably should. So yeah, I just want to show that off. We're gonna have a quick chat with Mom, which is nice. Hi Mom. Take out Sharon very easily, grab the PP up in Twist Mountain, and then head towards Icarus City. In Icarus City, of course, we can stop by the Pokemon Center, grab the TM for Brick Break, and we have Bryson's Ice-type gym coming up. Do I even have to really say anything? Yeah, we're going to head our way through this, and yeah, we'll see Bryson at the end. Say it with me, folks, Bryson is an absolute joke, and nothing is going to change today. In fact, I honestly feel a little bad for the guy. So Searing Shot 1 and 2 gonna come out, take off his first few Pokemon, and then we have a nuke in V-Crate that is just going to obliterate the Cryogonal right there. Absolutely wonderful. So we get our next gym badge, only one more to go. We're just over an hour, and we can head towards Dragon Spiral Tower. Thanks to our boosted experience, we have already hit level 49, which means that we are going to be taking a Zen Headbutt. We're going to be dropping Searing Shot for it. I do want the absolute power of V-Create for a little bit longer, and Fusion Bolt is just great coverage. But Zen Headbutt is going to be an excellent spamming move because, you know, stab and all that fun stuff, and it actually has decent PP. So we're going to make the way through the rest of the tower, see End's fancy new dragon, and then chase them into the desert. We're going to grab the Shadow Ball TM. Nothing really interesting happens here other than that and grabbing a PP up behind this guy. A little bit of PP management, but we have plenty of items, and now that we have some decent moves with solid PP, this isn't really a problem. So we'll stop by Nacrene City, get a funny rock, and even skip Pinwheel Candy this time around, which is, you know, usually one of the faster candies that I grab, and then we can go straight back to Icarus City. And just like last time, we're going to stop by the Pokemon Center. We have plenty of money, and we are going to buy Fire Blast, which is nice. We're going to heal up right here because we didn't pass the Nurse Trainer in Pinwheel, so we have to heal a little slower. And then we're going to talk to this guy and sell some nuggets. So I actually learned something here today. This guy that usually will buy your nuggets and rare bones, big nuggets, stuff like that, you can only sell them to him one at a time. Very interesting. So after we run into one accidental wild Pokemon right here, we're going to pop a Repel, head over to Route 8, and have our final battle with Bianca. Alright, time for Bianca. Intimidate's going to come out. That's definitely going to be really annoying, but we have a few more levels than last time, and the devastating power of Fire Blast. Of course, thanks to our Victory Star, it is going to be around 93% accuracy, so no, not really a huge deal there. We Fusion Bolt to the Simipour and V-Create to just blow the Musharna away. And there we go. We can move on towards Opelousas City and our final gym. I do want to point out that in our normal Victini run, we almost always had to two-shot these fractures, but thanks to the extra levels, as you see, we're almost reaching 55 already. We are able to get the one-shots on all of these fractures right here, which is really nice. So we're going to head towards our final gym battle with Iris, and I don't foresee any issues. Alright, time for Iris. We have finally said farewell to V-Create. It served us well up to this point, but we need at least one workup. That's going to come out. Zen Headbutt is going to drop that, and the Druddigan, last but not least, is going to be the Haxorus. Another Zen Headbutt comes out, and it just barely lives. But after she heals it, we get a better range, and there we go. We have our 8th and final gym badge in the bag. We have a few more levels, so we're going to go straight over to Route 10 and Sharon's final rival battle. Alright, here we go, Sharon. So, we probably didn't need to set up, but this Unpheasant always likes to go for Detect and like Taunt and stuff like that on turn 1, so why not? So, Samurott comes out, we got Fusion Bolt, and there we go. That is immediately going to drop. Liepard, I just clicked Fusion Bolt. It's really frail. We hit up to level 58. No, we do not need that. And then last but not least is going to be the Simisear. And there we go. Easy peasy. Don't even have to rely on the flinch on the Samurott like last time. So that is great. So just having extra coverage in Fusion Bolt is worth it enough, let alone like the insane power that we had in the early game. So we're going to make our way through Victory Road, battle very few trainers along the way, pretty much just the mandatories and a few others just to gain a little bit more experience. And then we're going to pop out on the other side at the League at level 59. Chantal is up first. She gave us our first reset in the normal Victini run. Let's see if we can avoid that this time. So we're just going raw in with Shadow Ball. And unfortunately, it is not enough to get the Woko on the Kophagrigus. We do crit on the following turn. Golurk comes out. Same deal. So we have to take a massive Earthquake down to 20 HP. Not great. Yeah. So Jellicent comes out. We do have Fusion Bolt. It does have lower physical defense, so we're able to actually get the one shot on that. All that's left is Chandelure. Can we get the Oko? We cannot. And we actually take a reset to Chantal's. Not even the power of Event Victini was enough to avoid the one reset on the waifu Chantal. So there's a very simple solution to this though. All we need is workup. I was trying to preserve the PP ups that I spent on Fire Blast because we do pretty much need everything else, but it is what it is. I don't think we're going to be using up to 8 Fire Blasts in a single battle anyway, so it probably didn't really matter. So, however, take 2, we're going to work up once. Shadow Ball is not going to do too much damage, and then ours is now going to be able to get the one-shots that we need. Golurk goes down. The Jellicent comes out. Now we're +1. That is extra dead thanks to a Fusion Bolt. And then Chandelure, all that's left is a Shadow Ball. Nope, apparently I misclicked and went for Fusion Bolt. Thankfully, it just goes for payback and doesn't knock us out with a powerful Shadow Ball of its own. Wow, that could have been really bad. Would have been a quite the funny way to get my second reset. So let's go ahead and take on Marshall next. Alright, Marshall time. So, we got a decent fighting psychic type move. He's a fighting type trainer. We're just going to spam Zen Headbutt here. So, there we go. One goes down. Sock does have Sturdy, so we're just going to hit it. That does miss a Stone Edge, so all he's going to do is just waste our time a little bit with the Zen Headbutts right here, bringing him down to Sturdy constantly. So, I'm going to switch it up to Shadow Ball now, I guess. Why not? And then Conkeldur's going to come out, and I just click a little too fast. Thankfully, though, he does miss his Stone Edge, and we actually win this fight unscathed. Very cool. So, yeah, get up to level 61, and now 2 down, 2 to go. Caitlyn is third up. We had to set up multiple workups last time, but I think thanks to our extra levels over multiple damage rendering thresholds, we are able to set up only one here, or only need to set up one, and then we can just go to town with Shadow Balls. I also kept the Expert Belt. Thankfully, Thunder missed, so no chance of paralysis right there, and we got Shadow Balls all across the board for everybody, and we can move on to the final battle. Alright, last but not least is going to be Grimsley, and we have finally said farewell to our last event only move. So we do get hit by a sand attack, so as long as we don't miss too much, we should be okay. So Brick Break is going to come out, knock out Scrafty and Crocodile. Liepard's going to waste our time a little bit with a fake out, but one more Brick Break is going to finish that off. Bisharp is his last, one more Brick Break. There we go, and we have completed the league just over an hour and a half. We are absolutely slaughtering this game right now, which is awesome. So yeah, so let's go ahead, head towards End's castle, grab one more rare candy, and meet him in the throne room. By having a full party, we can deny adding the Zekrom to it, so we can lead a Victini versus a Reshiram. So we just have to set up a couple workups. As you can see, we are very similar to our final fights in the normal Victini playthrough. So kind of crazy how that happens. So Brick Break onto the Kirkasa. It does have Sturdy, hits a Stone Edge, but thankfully we hang on, and then we're able to bring it down to Sturdy again after a heal and knock it out. So as long as we hit our Zen Headbutts, it does famously have that 1% chance to miss. We should be good. Archeops goes down, Brick Break onto the Cling Clang. Zoroark as well is going to drop to another Brick Break, and last but not least is going to be the Vanillux. And what do you know, that is also weak to Brick Break. You'll love to see it. First time try with N. We're going to get to level 66, and we have just one battle left. Ghetsis is the last battle here, so we have to set up a couple workups. We do have a Pecha Berry, but what do you know? He does the same exact play as our normal Victini run, protecting on turn 1 and then toxicing on turn 2, so we get to set up +2 with workup, and now everything is going to be a one-shot. All we have to do is hit a Zen Headbutt on the Seismitoad. We do. That drops. Bisharp, we got a Brick Break for you. There we go. Hydreigon's gonna come out next, and what do you know, we got Brick Break for that as well. And then last but not least is going to be the Electros, and another Zen Headbutt is going to finish that off. We do stop our timer at the end of End's final dialogue whenever the credits start, but yeah, look at that time. Absolutely disgusting how strong this Pokemon can be, and it just goes to show you how powerful a good early game start can be. And sure, we had help with the boosted experience thanks to us being an event Pokemon and all that fun stuff, but yeah, it was really all about those really strong high base power moves in the early game, but pretty much getting one shots everywhere. We were able to skip a lot of trainers and stuff like that, and nothing really caused any problems. So there we go, our final in-game, our final time of 1 hour 37 minutes and 45 seconds, just obliterating normal Victini's previous record. Now granted, I did play this run significantly later than I did the Victini run you guys saw on Wednesday, but so I have gained quite a bit more experience, game knowledge, and confidence, I would say, in my play. So you know, that's pretty crazy though. But I still hold to the fact that the early game power of the event Victini was really the turning point right there. So let's go ahead, wrap up these credits. We'll see our final in-game time, and then we will wrap up this video and move on to next week. And there we go. We have a final in-game time of 4 hours and 5 minutes, eclipsing the next best time, of course, with Durant. So in-game time is not usually a metric that I judge on too much, as well as resets and blackouts and stuff like that. But it is pretty cool to see that we have a new top dog on both ends, which is cool. So despite the one hiccup that we had around Chantal, because there's always at least one hiccup in these runs, I think that this thing did insanely well and was a near perfect run. So very cool. So this was my first and only attempt with this guy. I have full confidence I could go even faster if I reattempted him, but I don't think that we're going to bother with that. I think that this was just a fun little bonus episode that I made for you guys as appreciation for all the subs and stuff like that that have come in across time. So anyway, that is going to be it for right here. Come back next week. We are going to be still running with Crustle. Big Man Crustle is going to be coming next week, and I'm looking forward to sharing that run with you guys. So anyway, though, shout outs to Victini. It's taking the #1 spot yet again. This thing is an absolute monster, and I had a ton of fun, and I hope you guys had fun watching this as well. I know it was a lot more rapid fire than usual, but you know, it's all good. So anyway, that's going to be it for me today. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Check out Crustle next week. Check out the regular Victini run that we put out earlier this week. And with that said, deuces.